Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm Darkjack, and in this gameplay I'm playing on the map Yemen, and I go 43-0, flawless, and Hardpoint. And I don't play Hardpoint very often, but when I do, I try to stay as far away as possible from the objective, and then pick the enemy team as they're heading toward it. That way I can build up kill streaks and get VSATs for my teammates, and then once the first VSAT goes up, we should have VSATs for the rest of the game. That's my strategy in this game type, even though I don't play it that often. Now I'm not going to talk about the gameplay itself, which is pretty self-explanatory. I'm using the TAR-21 or the MTAR. This is the new version of the TAR-21 with my normal setup, which is flak jacket, hardline, toughness, and tac mask with C4. And the enemy team was really bad this game. They weren't very good at all. Like, not one person on the team got over 20 kills, whereas everyone on my team did extremely well this gameplay. And so what I want to talk about is not the game itself, and instead what I'm going to talk about is the fact that on YouTube, many of the fastest growing channels and the biggest channels are people who have British accents, who are from England or who are from Ireland and have an Irish accent. Because when you look at the rising stars on YouTube, you've got Syndicate, who has a British accent. There's Fearcrads. You've got Weagle, Concentration or Concentration, however you pronounce his name. There's Bread, who's also growing at a really fast rate. And there are all these young YouTube stars who are from England, who have British accents, who are really well spoken, and they come off it sounding as someone who has a great deal of gaming knowledge, as well as having great gaming personality. And there are people who are fun to listen to. And I think part of the reason for their success is the fact that most of the people who watch gaming videos on YouTube are young American kids who are trying to get better at the game, who are new to gaming in general. And they watch these videos by people like Syndicate, and they want to learn about Nazi zombies, and they want to learn and get better about multiplayer. So that's where you see the success in many of their channels, is that they post gameplays that are tutorial based, and gameplays that inform and give strategy and tips and tricks. And that's part of the reason for their success. But a large part of it, I think, has to do with their accent. Because young American kids hear a British accent, and it's not something that they're used to, and they're mystified by it. They think that just because someone has a British accent, and that therefore it makes them smarter or it makes them more intellectual. So when a person with a British accent is giving tips and tricks, they give more credit and they listen more closely to them than they would someone with an American accent. It's like the saying, a prophet is not welcome in his hometown. Well, the same is true when it comes to YouTube commentaries. People want to listen to people that sound different than them, not people that sound the same as them, because if you want to listen to someone that sounds the same as you, then you can just go to your school or go to work and listen to people there. But people on YouTube tend to give more credit, and they tend to give the benefit of the doubt to people with British accents. So what I'm going to do in this gameplay, for the rest of the gameplay, I'm going to commentate it as if I had a British accent, and I'm going to give you my best impersonation of someone with a British accent doing play-by-play for the rest of the game. So here we go. So what's up guys, my name is Darkjack, and for this gameplay I'm using the Scott H on the map Yemen, and as you can see I'm trying to stay as far away as possible from the headquarters. And so right now I'm running down this ramp, and I see the enemy is spawning in this corner because the enemy team seems to spawn at the opposite side of where the hardpoint is. So now I see this guy and I aim down my sights, and as I am firing my SCAR I want to pull down on the trigger because of the SCAR's high recoil. And now I'm wandering around and I'm going to flank the enemy from behind, and I can see that they are on the left side of the hardpoint and they are rushing toward it. So now I'm going to cut them off, and I'm going to get my orbital VSAT to my teammates because I've been playing like Wings of Redemption, very cautiously, very campishly, and because I have been playing like a camper, I now have a orbital VSAT. And now that my orbital VSAT is up, I am now going to flank around the enemy as I see that they are spawning behind the headquarters. And this guy is looking up in the air. I don't know what he is doing, but now I've got my lodestar. So now that I have my lodestar, I now can then call it in safely, knowing that even if I die, it is alright because I am now going to get another VSAT, because my teammates now are going to have VSATs for the rest of the gameplay. Now I kill this guy as I pre-fire around the corner. And I kill this guy who is now camping in a window. I don't know what he was doing. Who knows? Now I see this guy coming up the stairs, and so I pick him off. Oh well, never mind. I'm a bad aim anyway. And then of course I pre-fire as he runs around the corner like the sniping noob that he is. And now I see that the enemy team are a bunch of pussies and they are quitting out. So now that they are quitting out, I am going to call on my lodestar. Eventually, once I see that the coast is clear, And now I'm just going to camp up in this window, and I'm going to look around, and I don't know where people are because I can't do anything without a VSAT. Oh, and look at that lovely warthog flying across the sky that does not get any kills. Now I'm going to run across this bridge and pick them off as they are spawning on the opposite side of the hard point. And then once again I'm going to reload, and then after I reload I'm going to sit here in a corner and do nothing like a camper that I am. Oh boy, now look, I see some red dots on the map, so I'm going to run over blindly to where the red dots are. Aiming down my sights. Oh, and lovely, my teammates just got a orbital VSAT. And now that my teammates have an orbital VSAT, I no longer have to play like Wings of Redemption. I can now run around the map and get kills. Oh, lovely. This is a good spot to hide. I'm going to call my lodestar and give the enemy team my load. Well, as you can see, I sped up the lodestar because, as you can tell, the lodestar is not very entertaining to watch. So now that the lodestar is almost done, I'm going to get back up, I'm going to put the laptop away, and I'm going to get another lodestar and VSAT for my teammates, who have so graciously given me one of their own. It is only gentlemanly of me to reward my teammates for giving me a lodestar with a lodestar of my own, and another VSAT. So I see this one chap is now spawned in the back, and he is not doing anything at all. He's just sitting there AFK or AFC, because we have controllers, not keyboards here. And now I have my lodestar and a VSAT of my own, so after calling in my VSAT, that is going to get me my second lodestar of the game, so I can give them my second load of the game. Now, that guy did not know what he was doing, but I knew where he was and he did not know where I was, so of course I called in my VSAT, and now I've about to get my second lodestar because of all the VSAT assists. Now I see these guys are spawning back here, opposite of the hard point, so I'm just going to use this truck as cover, and I'm going to run around and pre-fire this guy, because of course he does not know where I am, but I know where he is because of the lodestar. Thank you, Track, for putting the VSAT in the game, and with my lodestar, I'm going to then call that in and get more kills. But I see that he is spawning back there, so I then am going to kill him with my very nice Type 25 that I have picked up off the ground. And then of course, I'm now going to run around here, and I see this guy in the tunnel, and I win because I have toughness and he does not. And I get another UAV for my teammates because I'm a nice lad, and I enjoy getting visual kill streaks from my friends. And now I see the enemy team is on the opposite side of the map, so unfortunately I'm going to have to run across the entire map to get the enemy. And now that I have all my kill streaks that I want, and I see there is a warthog in the air, I now come to the realization that I'm not going to get any kills with my gun, so unfortunately I'm going to have to lay down and get kills with my lodestar, because I don't want to die because of a stupid mistake by me. So I'm going to fast forward and completely obliterate the enemy team, who have no clue what they are doing, who are completely oblivious to the situation at hand. And I almost feel sorry for the 4 chaps in the enemy team, because they can do nothing against my lodestar, which is all powerful. And as you can see, I go 43-0 flawless because I am the best player on my team. Because Jack is the best player of all time, even though he is at the bottom of the leaderboard, you should ignore that. And as you can see, this guy is better than everyone else because he has a diamond SMG, which makes him the best Call of Duty player in the world, because he is better than me because I do not have one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and I shall see you next time.